Welcome to Fantasia, home of the melodious. My name's Azallea, and today, gonna be bringing you guys another Lunalight tutorial. Now, in this video, we'll cover one of the best combos that the deck can do, which only requires 3 cards. So what you need in your hand is 1 copy of A.Knight, which you can replace with a Reinforcements of the Army to search it out, a Lunalight Black Sheep, which you could also replace with a Fire Formation Tenki, and last but not least, a Instant Fusion. So to start off this combo, you just normal summon your A.Knight and use his effect, and this time we're going to send a Blackwing Zephyros the Elite from our deck to the graveyard. Now here is actually really important, so you need to use your Instant Fusion right away to summon your Elder Entity Norden from your extra deck, which allows you to bring back the Blackwing Zephyros the Elite from your graveyard. Now what you can do is actually overlay both the Norden and the Zephyros into your first Zodiac Brawl Bowl. And this is very important that you use both of these monsters because you want both of them in the graveyard. So you're going to use your first search by detaching Blackwing Zephyros the Elite because you haven't used this effect yet, and you're going to search out a Lunalight Tiger, which is going to be very important. Next, you're actually going to overlay your Zodiac Tiger Mortar or whatever other favorite Zodiac monster you have on top of the Brawl Bowl so you can climb into your second Brawl Bowl. So with the second Zodiac Brawl Bowl, you're actually going to use this effect, detaching the Elder Entity Norden, not the first Brawl Bowl. Make sure you detach the Norden just so he's in the graveyard, because we can return him later with a fusion substitute. Make sure that you search out a Lunalight Wolf over here because that's very important going forward. Next, we're going to finish off the Zodiac Tower by stacking a Zodiac Trident on top of the Brawl Bowl. And that we see in our graveyard, we can still activate the Zephyros. So we're going to use that Zephyros in just a bit. First, we're going to use our Lunalight Black Sheep, use her effect to add a polymerization from our deck to our hand. Of course, we're going to be fusing in order to make our Hope Harbinger. So next, we're going to activate the Lunalight Tiger in the Pendulum Scale, activate her effect to bring back the Lunalight Black Sheep from the graveyard. And here, you might be tempted to bounce the Lunalight Tiger with the Blackwing Zephyros the Elite, but it's very important that you bounce this Lunalight Black Sheep, or else we don't have access to a second copy of Polymerization. So, by bouncing the Black Sheep, we summon our Zephyros from the grave, and now you can go and search for your second copy of Polymerization. So we're going to search for a fusion substitute in this case, because we have our Norden in the graveyard already. So at this point, what you need to do, because you can't fuse with anything, because you don't have another Lunalight monster, use your Zodiac Trident's effect, detaching one of the Brawl Bowls, and destroying the Lunalight Tiger in your Pendulum Scale. Use Lunalight Tiger's effect to bring back Lunalight Black Sheep from the graveyard. Now what you can do is activate your Polymerization to fuse for the Lunalight Cat Dancer using the Lunalight Black Sheep and the Lunalight Wolf as material. And Black Sheep will activate in the graveyard, allowing you to add back the Lunalight Tiger from your extra deck back to your hand. Now, you can activate the Lunalight Tiger again, use her effect to bring back the Black Sheep yet again, so you can fuse with it with this fusion substitute. And using this fusion substitute, you can summon your first Lunalight Panther Dancer using your Lunalight Cat Dancer and your Lunalight Black Sheep. Lunalight Black Sheep will proc yet again in the graveyard, allowing you to add back the Lunalight Wolf. Now this is perfect because now that you have your Lunalight Wolf, you can activate her effect and summon your second Lunalight Panther Dancer from your extra deck by banishing the Lunalight Cat Dancer from your graveyard and the lone Black Sheep. This is very important. Don't banish the Panther Dancer that you already have on the field. Now what we can do is we actually have a multitude of cards that we have access to depending on what rank 4s you play. So personally, I like to go for an Evil Swarm Nightmare if I'm going against things like Zodiacs, and I'd like to go into an Abyss Dweller if I'm against things like True King Dinosaurs or True Dracos. So what I'm going to do here is actually just make the Evil Swarm Nightmare, put him in defense mode, and then overlay both of the level 8s into our Titanic Galaxy. Now this is an incredibly strong field, but if that wasn't enough, we also have access to a fusion substitute in the graveyard, which we can banish to put the Elder Entity Norden back into our deck to get a free draw, represented by this, of course, upstart goblin. But yeah, this field is incredibly powerful because you have Disruption in the form of Trident, you have 2 Disruptions in the form of Evil Swarm Nightmare, or you can shut off the opponent's graveyard with Abyss Dweller. Daigusto Emerald isn't too great because, as you can see, we have nothing left in our graveyard here except one lone Zoodiac Brawl Bull, so he won't be live. And we have a Hope Harbinger that can protect both our Evil Swarm Nightmare and our Zoodiac Trident from battle. And of course, if Harbinger ever leaves the field or you activate his effect to redirect attacks, you'll be putting Lunalight Panther Dancers into your graveyard, which is really nice to fuel for Lunalight Leo Dancer. Of course, we don't have enough Lunalight monsters to guarantee a Leo Dancer next turn, but that's just something that you could do. You could also bring back some of the Panther Dancers in your graveyard by using Zoodiac Trident to destroy the Lunalight Tiger in your Pendulum Scale, summoning back the Panther Dancer so you can swing over your opponent's monsters and clear their field out. So this is a very versatile field, very powerful field as well, and if you make this along with some back row, because remember, you started with 3 cards for this combo, so you have 2 other cards that could be in the form of traps like Solemn Warning, Solemn Strike, you could have Dimensional Barriers, anything of that sort, and you got an extra draw off of your Fusion Substitute, so you have technically 3 additional cards in your hand that you could potentially set to your back row, and so yeah, this is an incredibly strong field, one of my favorites in the deck. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please leave a like, subscribe for more Lunalight content, and leave a comment down below letting me know what I can do to improve. And until next time, take care.